What's going on, guys? My name's Kyle. Welcome to the Big Money Mindset YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be going over some hidden gems. These are stocks that really nobody has been watching the past couple of weeks, while a lot of other stocks have been, running up very high, especially in the Bitcoin sector and some early SPAC stocks with EV. Now, I'm just going to be giving you guys a little bit of opportunity that's out there right now. All these stocks are pretty much on discount, and I'm going to be going over why I believe these companies are going to be big home runs in the near future. Once again, I want to say thank you to everyone that signed up for my Patreon. The link is in the description. We've been playing a ton of call options on all the companies I'm going to be mentioning today. It's all about patience on these call options, and you want to make sure you're buying out with a lot of cushion to protect yourself when the market gets very, volatile, like the past month in February, when just a couple of sectors are taken off, like the Bitcoin sector. And only if you feel this video gives you a better insight on companies that are undervalued right now, have the potential to take off very soon. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be keeping you updated daily with all the growth stocks and spec plays. There's going to be a lot of great information coming out and you don't want to miss it. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, we're in a ton of call options. We had a little bit of a tiny reversal on Friday, a 1.43% gain, $1,000. Nothing too drastic. We were hit pretty hard, starting off on Tuesday after that 3-day weekend. A lot of companies were in, had a little pullback. So we got a little reversal on Friday. But I'm telling you, I think a lot of these companies that we're heavily invested in are going to be taken off when the big hedge funds, the big whales decide that they're going to take off. So we're going to be riding these with the big hedge funds because these companies that I'm talking about are big money companies making a crazy amount of money. I'm talking big profits, not a lot of speculation in the companies we're going to be talking about today. So guys, I'm going to be completely honest with you. We know there's a lot of hype in the market today, especially with YouTube, pumping up a lot of stocks, a lot of high risk trades going on, meme stocks. We know that the sector this week could be very high for, Bitcoin and also some EV companies like cciv, Lucid Motors announcement and stuff like that. You need to understand, guys, there's some big money companies that are out there right now and they're not getting a lot of attention. They're getting a lot of pullbacks, just hanging on, at low points and stuff like that. If you guys understand, I'm in Florida right now. I'm in Tampa Bay. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers just won the Super Bowl, guys, okay? You got to realize our quarterback was the 199th pick in the draft class that he was drafted in, okay? Tom Brady was drafted behind 6 quarterbacks. He's going to go down as the greatest quarterback of all time. What does that tell you? It means the scouts, the analysts in the stock market, they were looking at the wrong things. They were, going after the wrong type of hype, and they missed out on a gem. This is exactly what's happening in the stock market right now. The Tom Bradys in the stock market are getting overlooked by a lot of speculation plays right now. You got to realize Nio is doing nearly $1 billion plus per quarter right now. You're getting this stock at nearly $12 discount. They're about to go for all-time highs in their next quarter, approximately 1.3 to 1.4 billion. You don't need to worry about the volatility in the short term. This company is set up for success in the long term. Their earnings are coming up March 1st, which is nearly, a week and a half away, and they're going to be putting out some big numbers, massive year-over-year growth gains. This is what you want to be buying into, guys. They got factories coming in, for 2022, potentially, 300,000 plus vehicles. I'm just letting you know, final time this week, you're getting this one a $12 discount before a breakout earnings. You can take a look at this quick article real quick. You got to realize there's been a ton of bearish articles out there with Nio trying to bring the stock down the past couple of weeks. Take a look at this one that Barron's did. Nio stock is slumping. There's probably nothing wrong. So this is the first reasonable article I've seen. American Depository Receipts and Chinese electrical vehicle maker Nio is down double digits over the past 10 days. There is not much to explain the drop. No big analysts downgraded or shocking announcements. Recent stock market action leaves investors wondering what's happening. The short answer is probably nothing. Recent stock performance is the calm before the storm. The coming storm, of course, is earnings. Nio, this is what I've been talking about. I think the earnings gets this stock set into overdrive. This is a Tom Brady in the EV market. China is the largest market in the world, guys. Some of these stocks that people are buying into, you turn your head for one day and it's down 30, 40, 50%. Overnight. You don't want to have liabilities. You want to be buying into assets, guys. Companies that you can count on. Companies that have numbers. Nio could potentially hit $6 billion to $7 billion in revenue this year, which is going to be amazing, for the year-over-year growth. Once again, they're just getting started. Guys, this is another one we're heavily invested in. I'm talking no news has been going on with this company in weeks. I'm talking maybe one or two articles, the past 3 weeks to a month. This is BFT. This is the Foley-Trasimene Paysafe Merger. Bill Foley is running the show. This is another company. You're getting a $1.5 billion revenue company right now, significantly undervalued compared to its peers. The market cap right now is hovering around $3 billion. The deal is valued at around $9 billion. I mean, this is a steal, guys. There's no telling how high this company could go by the end of the year. I mean, I'll give a price target, October, November, December. This company could potentially be at $60 plus, no problem. Even in the short term, I think this is going to hit $30 when the merger announcement is made. This is going to potentially go through maybe April or May, June. There's no telling, but we're going to be getting an announcement soon. We have a lot of options, tied up in this company as well. This company is #1 in iGaming. They have partnerships with Twitch, YouTube, Fortnite. The list goes on, guys. This company makes a lot of money. You can definitely take a look at my YouTube videos. I do full in-depth analysis on BFT Paysafe. And this company right now has been pretty much doing nothing the past month. I mean, I think it came down from $19. Look at this, guys. You're getting this one on a pullback as well. Another $2 pullback. This company is not even at all-time highs. I've been recommending a lot of call options inside of my Patreon on this one. This one is another Tom Brady gem that no one is really paying attention to. You could just take a look at online right now, and there's rarely any articles. Maybe one article comes out a week on Investor Place. Guys, just because there's no merger date, people aren't really paying attention to this one right now because there's no merger date. There's not a lot of news. The company hasn't broken any news, but they're just dropping partnerships left and right. Just nobody's really worried about this deal right now. I feel like a lot of people, don't even know what's going on. This one is going to be huge. You can compare this one to PayPal and Square for the long term. Take a look at their investor presentation, but I'm buying this one heavy. It's a discount as well, just like Nio. This is another one of my favorites. A company that's had no publicity at all, guys. This one's under the radar as well compared to the Bitcoin sector right now, just taking off. CCIV, Lucid Motors. No one's really paying attention to this one that just had a pullback from, I believe, $38, a week and a half ago. You're getting this one on an amazing pullback as well. And Opendoor has earnings coming up as well on March 4th. Just like Nio, a 3-day gap between earnings. And these are going to be some big-time earnings coming up in the next week or two. I think this is another Tom Brady draft pick steal that no one is paying attention to. This one has just been getting beat down. This one actually is a very bullish play with Cathie Woods. I believe this is like her 11th biggest holding. I'm going to continue to do videos on these until people recognize the truth. This is another company that does $1 billion. Have you noticed what I've been saying through this entire YouTube video? Nio, billions. Paysafe, billions. Opendoor, billions. Do you see where I'm getting at? There's not a lot of speculation in the companies that I'm recommending. They're just not getting a lot of attention right now because of the high volatility market. With the YouTube videos coming out, a lot of speculation out there. These are the gems, and I'm going to continue to recommend them. Yes, I have some short-term call options, April, May on a lot of these companies, but I'm also playing call options for the end of the year as well. A lot of the call options I'm playing in the short term are to rack up those free shares. You're going to get all this information in my Patreon. This is where I go over, when to exercise, when to sell call options and stuff like that. But we have a little bit of a game plan going on. I think a lot of my call options have 2 months, 3 months plus of expiration left for the short term. And I'm heavily invested in the long term for call options as well in all three of these companies. Guys, we haven't got no price targets on Opendoor the past 2-3 months. I've been watching this company every day. I think we finally got our first price target analysis coming out from a couple of analysts. I believe this article has like 6 analysts coming out because they know they're heading into earnings. And I gave this company a price target of about $40. Told my Patreon members I've upped this to nearly $50, for the month of March. I think this is definitely going to happen when we get these earnings because real estate has been firing on all cylinders, for, the last end of 2020. Real estate was firing on all cylinders. I think Opendoor hit some all-time highs potentially for their earnings report for Q4 2020. Since Open was recently listed, not many analysts are currently covering the stock. Yep, that's what I've been talking about, guys. No articles, no nothing, just like BFT and also Opendoor. Among 5 analysts polled by MarketBeat, 3 recommend a buy while 2 recommend a hold. The stock's target price is $48, a premium of 55% over its closing price last week. KeyCorp has initiated coverage on Opendoor stock with an overweight rating of $42. So guys, we're getting $42 to $48 price targets prior to earnings. Nobody even knows what the earnings is. I said 40, I upped it to 50. I think we break $50 in March, and these call options that we're sitting in, you're going to be seeing some nice gains. We're going to have a lot of people hovering in that 300 to 600% gains very soon. So as you can see, we're finally getting some quick articles on Opendoor. I'm really liking this. And very quick, another software company I'm very bullish on. I know this is going to be a home run in the next couple of months in the short term as well as the long term. APXT is a Microsoft Cloud partnership company. They've been beaten down since $17. You're getting this on a $3 pullback. There's a lot of good things going on with this company. Yes, it's not a billion-dollar company yet as far as revenue, but these guys are going to be doing nearly $250 million potentially next year. This is some big money in the software industry. These companies get way overvalued, with their stock prices once the word gets out. This is just one of the sectors that gets really high price points, over their revenues for their year over year. They value these companies really high, which is a very good thing if you get in early. I personally believe this company will merge in April. We're going to be getting an announcement in March of the merger date. I'm very excited. That'll put us around 5 months. I do have April calls. I've been buying October calls as well. Once again, that game plan of getting some free shares to exercise in the short term is why we go with these earlier, cheaper calls. This is an article that came out on Market Realist. APXT stock is a buy before 8-point merger. But this analyst wrote a little nice article. APX stock is a buy based on the strong growth outlook in the company's financial projections. 8-point is fast growing and profitable. The company expects to post revenues of $257 million by 2022 and hit an adjustment EBIT of $17 million. 8-point thinks that it has an addressable market opportunity of $33 billion by 2022. In 2020, the company's business operations grew significantly as more employees worked from home with the pandemic. 8-point is the largest provider of data management solutions and the Microsoft Cloud service. The company will likely continue benefiting from the rise of communication app Microsoft Teams. There are over 7 million Microsoft Cloud users as of September 2020. 8-point thinks that it could continue to expand its user base and add new partnerships. Guys, you can't go wrong with investing with a company, handling business with Microsoft. This is a no-brainer. They make big money, $250 million. There's no telling how big they can be in the long term. I'm going to give a price target on this one, pre-merger 25 to 30. I think this is very possible. We could see all-time highs post-merger, 2 to 3 weeks once people feel the company out, get a couple bullish price targets from analysts comparing to competitors. We're playing this one as well. I'm very excited. I just want you guys to see the Tom Brady's inside of the market right now because, I'm from Florida, Tampa Bay. We just won the Super Bowl, and this is just a great analysis of people are looking one way. That's what the scouts were doing 20 years ago when they were looking at 6 other quarterbacks prior to looking at Tom Brady surpassing his, upside potential. That's exactly what we're seeing in the market right now with the Bitcoin sector, some of these high speculation plays. I just want you guys to know I'm very bullish on these companies, and I really appreciate you watching. If you made it to the end of the video, I want to say I really do appreciate it. I enjoyed doing this video for you. These companies have a lot of upside potential. We went over the numbers. We went over a couple of pullback discounts. These are the Tom Brady's of the stock market right now. These companies are being overlooked, and they're going to be running hard in the short term. We have a lot of good catalysts coming up with earnings reports, merger dates, merger announcements, and stuff like that. It's all about patience, guys. This is what I preach inside of my Patreon. Be sure to take a look at the link in bio and see if the Patreon is a good fit for you. My name's Kyle. This is Big Money Mindset. I hope you have a great day.